Welcome anyone to my YouTube channel. This is 2 Beats to Kill You, and today I'm going to talk about Bungie. So today, IGN released an article, and in it, they spoke with several past and present Bungie employees. And let's just say the news is pretty dire. We'll go with that, yeah. So, as we all know, last year, Sony bought Bungie. But they're still an independent entity. They may own them, but Bungie is still allowed to do basically what they want, which is why Destiny, I mean, even if they would have been fully owned, I'm pretty sure Bungie would still be releasing Destiny on multiple consoles, Xbox, PC, stuff like that or whatever, because it was already there. But as we know, they announced Marathon, and that is also going to be released on Xbox. So Bungie has maintained its own solidarity away from the rest of the Sony studios, even though they are a part of Sony Studios or the Sony brand. But when they were purchased, there was a board created, because Sony does own Bungie now, that consists of Herman Holst, Sony, Eric Lempel, Sony guy, Jason Jones, the founder of Bungie, Luis Villegas, a Bungie guy, and Pete Parsons, a Bungie guy. That is their board. Those are the guys who control pretty much everything. Now, a month ago, Bungie did lay off about 100 members of its staff. Now we come to find out that was, or not now, but that was apparently a cost-cutting measure, because Sony can take over Bungie completely. Not just own them in name, but own them completely. As part of the deal, if Bungie is not able to meet certain financial goals, then the board could just say, screw it, you are now just a Sony studio, and that is it, nothing more. We own you. We're going to do what we need to do to make sure you make money. Bungie has obviously had a rough year, we'll say. You know, there was the release of the Lightfall campaign expansion. I did enjoy it, but it was not very well received. Some of their seasons that they've done since then have not been as well received. They've made some questionable choices with microtransactions. There was a shader bundle that people didn't seem to like. There was another bundle that had weapons, I believe, that was not very popular as well. Bungie is clearly trying to make money here, because Bungie wants its independence. Yes, they may be owned by Sony, but they clearly want their independence. And cutting 100 members of its staff was part of that. That, just whatever you want to call it, that desperate attempt to stay in the green. They really do not want to lose that independence, obviously. Yeah. So this is not something that, if you're a Bungie fan like me, I mean, not a huge Bungie fan, but I am a Bungie fan. If you're a Bungie fan like me, this will probably be something that you may not want to see happen. Bungie, to me, when it comes to shooters, they have the best feeling shooters. Maybe Call of Duty would be the other one that you can make the argument is the best feeling shooter, but Bungie makes really good feeling shooters. Being independent was something that why they left Xbox or Microsoft. They wanted to be independent. Yeah, they joined up with Activision after they had left Microsoft for a amount of time when they were creating Destiny. But they were always wanting to be independent, wanting to do their own thing. So this happening could spell the end of Bungie as we know it, because Sony will not just say, yeah, do what you want, or yeah, it's fine, do this, if they completely own them. A company as big as Sony, Microsoft, Activision, EA, these big corporations, in the end, they are corporations. They want to make money. The way to make money is to maybe not take risks, not do Bungie style things sometimes. Maybe at the time, that was a risk creating Destiny, but now it's not a risk, and they probably will keep them on Destiny forever. We won't be able to see games like Marathon or Oni, these games that Bungie created years ago. And if this is the way things end up going, we could see a Bungie that becomes stripped of talent, or not stripped of talent, but loses talent because they decide, you know what, I don't like the way this is going. I don't like the direction that Sony is taking us. I don't want to be a part of this. And they leave. So then Bungie becomes a shell of itself. Now, that happens. There's also still the good part about it. They leave, they form a new studio, but it won't be Bungie. It'll be Bungie in spirit, not a name. So that is something you can look at as maybe the bright side. But if you're just a straight up fan of Bungie, and some of the people that work there, this is probably not what you want to be seeing. That they have the possibility of not being who they once were. Being completely owned can really take away a lot of the flair, a lot of the just swagger that a studio can have. And it can be sad to see. But these are just some of my thoughts. I just wanted to talk about this because I saw this today and thought, yeah, this is something that needs to be talked about. This is something that people need to hear. And, I wanted to throw my 2 cents in. Anyway, this is 2 Weeks to Kill You. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you later.